the chat boxes to the right of the stream.
Yes.
There's a three dots, vertical dots, at the top of chat.
Is there though?
There is on mine.
Oh yeah, there is.
Yeah, and then right at the bottom of that menu, there's pop out.
Oh, okay, we're done.
Does that work for you?
Okay. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nice. Yeah, it feels a little better now.
I'm struggling with this animation. It looks weird. He's cradling a dead fish.
What?
I said it's like he's cradling a dead fish.
Cradling? Oh, like a baby.
Yeah.
Flexing spaceman. I think Ozzy should lose his mod status, his VIP status, because he missed the day.
Poor Ozzy.
Imagine it must be annoying today for people who have like desk jobs, because it's like it's been sunny all week, and today is the only national holiday, and it's like the weather's horrible to do anything. Unless you're my sister, who arranged to go on a road trip, so I have to go tomorrow by her house and feed her cat Arwen. Who like she avoids you when you try to pet her and her mom is around, and when her mom is not around she goes insane. She just wants petting all the time. She like demands it like food or something. It's like part of the things she needs to survive. Aggressively, like just like rubbing in your face and just like jumping on you. feel like almost always live with cats, right? I get the impression.
Who?
You.
Me? No, I've
Yeah.
always wanted a cat. Never had a cat when I was younger.
You didn't have a cat, but you always had a cat in the house, right?
No, we had parrots.
Okay, wait. So you didn't you have a cat when you were in
The first time I had a cat. Oh, I had a cat in the house was at my grandmother's when our neighbor passed away and we took on his cat.
And before that, you had a cat in your where you lived in college.
We had a cat. That's maybe first. That's the first cat in my life.
And now you have a cat again. So you've been having consistently a cat for since college, technically. Well, you had a gap
since
with your grandma.
University. I don't know what college is. The word college confuses me so much.
Well,
another thing in my life.
Wasn't it literally called college or? Oh yeah, it was called college, and then it turned into university.
No, it's a university, but the whole thing was called the University College for the Creative Arts. Ours wasn't university. It was just the UCCA. It used to be university.
Yeah,
college.
But then it turned into just they dropped the college part, right?
Yeah. It's because one of the establishments or whatever under the umbrella of everything was a college and not a university.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, that.
Yeah, so since university I've had cats at home. But before that, not at all. Never. Sadly.
Well, I was the same, but I had a dog.
Yeah.
And I had a cat when I was in the Netherlands. I lived with 2 cats. And then I started really super liking cats. Because before I was like, oh, cats do whatever they want. But then I discovered that they don't require as much attention as a dog, because a dog requires all of your attention all the time.
Yeah.
And a cat requires all of your attention some of the time.
Thank you for the follow, Deluxe Tux.
Hey, Deluxe Tux. Hello.
And welcome to the stream. Yeah, we looked after a friend's dog, puppy, once for I don't remember how long, a week. I don't know if it was as long as that, and it was so much
puppy,
work.
It's a shock after you get a cat, because they're plus they obviously need to be taken out for a walk and all that.
Yeah, constantly need to take it out for a walk, need to take it out to go to the toilet.
Which
need to make sure it's not eating anything it shouldn't, tearing up the house, making sure it doesn't.
You're talking about the baby, was 5 times more difficult too, yeah.
Yeah, but then we also looked after a friend's house, and they have 2 dogs that are,
big
old.
Ones.
Well, one's youngish, but it wasn't a puppy. And even then, it was firstly that they were used to sleeping in the same bed as their owner. So as soon as it was bedtime, they came running upstairs to sleep in the bed with us. But this was a Labrador, but a brown Labrador. Are they brown Labradors? It's that kind of size, a biggish dog. And then this cute little tiny little Jack Russell type thing. I'm not sure what it was, but that one was super cute. But anyways, this big dog took up most of the bed, which is okay. But the main problem is she'd have dreams, little night. I don't know if they were dreams. She'd have dreams in the night where she's running and her legs would go like that constantly, and it would wake you up, and it would be super annoying. And she'd make noises in her sleep. So for the rest of the week, we made sure they stayed downstairs, and they weren't too happy about it. But they stayed.
Yeah, they must have been crying.
No, they got used to it. But yeah, that was a lot of work. And I was constantly worried, making sure that they actually went out to go to the toilet so they didn't have any accidents indoors. It was fine. They were well-behaved, good dogs, but still, it's a constant worry. For cats when they're fine with looking after themselves. At least my cat is. You just have to open doors for her.
Yeah, exactly.
She hasn't learned how to do that
yet.
So
I might get either at some point in my life. I'm gonna definitely get a dog at some point in my life. I was contemplating a cat, but also for the reason that I don't want to be responsible for anything. I don't even have any plans.
Plans for getting a pet? Plants.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No plans to get plants.
Oh yeah, I've got plants, and I struggle to keep them alive.
Isn't everyone? Because I have a nice balcony, so I could technically get some to make it prettier, but...
Yeah, but it's effort, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the main. I don't mind that. It's just forgetting to do it sometimes. It's not just that. Even when I try to keep it alive, it just doesn't work.
Oh, my excuse was like, what if I go away? But now with a virus and because I wasn't going away anyway, I don't really go away. So
Start with a cactus. Cactuses are good. Cacti are good.
yeah.
They like barely need any attention.
I do really enjoy though, like having your house be green and like indoor plants.
Yeah, it's
That looks like gorgeous.
yeah.
Why can't I draw her hair? I'm like so confused right now.
Oh, really? I'm confused with the spaceman's arms, and I don't know why.
You are?
Not normally this difficult.
Oh yeah, from your drawing, because I have weird arms for mine. Likes to keep me at arm's length.
I think it's because I've been drawing birds and fish. Mostly up until now. Now I'm back with the spaceman.
Well, you got a little weird spaceman ahead of you with this animation you unpacked. It's by the way, it's on Drive.
What's on Drive?
I mean, let's check it.
Oh, you mean the long one after this? Yeah, I'm not gonna download it today, probably, or maybe later.
Half of you, because he's half in the water at some point. It's like weirdness.
Yeah. Hey, Nathan.
Spaceman. Wait, did Nathan type anything? This pop-up chat isn't working very well for me.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's fucking working for me. Just like it had a gigantic, like, hovering thing on top that is saying, gift a sub to be number 1. Yo, Nathan.
Yeah, cause just gift a sub.
That's okay, I won't. What was I doing now?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, I was checking if that thing transferred.
Why does the arm do that? I mean, it's kind of what you drew. I understand that in your drawing, but can't make sense on mine.
Require any assistance?
Nah. Am I still sharing my screen? No, I stopped it. Okay, good.
Stopped it, yeah. Otherwise, I would be at the bottom.
I think it actually looks a lot better with the lines in. I didn't have the lines.
I have no idea what you're doing because I'm not even looking at the stream, but okay.
It's just he hasn't even chucked the fish yet. It's to the point where he's about to throw the fish.
Isn't everything like super reusing stuff though?
Not this frame. 'Cause he never throws anything like this, unless I'm.
I think he does, but
Yes,
but his arm was weird. Like he was throwing it with one arm, and it looked weird to me, so I kind of redid it. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe it is the same arm as that. I don't know. It's not. It's not.
Oh, Nathan! Congratulations on getting. Did you see this photo, Sarah, on Twitter that Nathan posted? That he had a box full of like his game,
that's super
like
exciting.
with PS Vita and like Switch versions.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it must have been insane.
Super exciting.
And I saw your publisher is Ratalaika Games for Chasing Static too. I mean, I saw it because you said it, but I missed that last time. Yeah, that's why Nathan put it on many platforms, so you can test it out. It's such a weird like console. It's a console that I know it exists, but I've never seen one up close or know what games it has. Yeah, I think the first time we heard of Ratalaika was actually we discussed this in Adventure X, right? Because the Cloak and Dagger folks did some of their games with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we were like, wow, you can do porting with HDS. I mean, there must be more than them doing it now, right? porting
Yeah, there
from
is.
AGS.
Or at least the list I found. There's not just them.
Oh, you found more? We talked about this? I don't remember.
Yep. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, see, that's what Nathan's saying.
Okay. Yeah, I found some like lists on the AGS forums or something, but
Oh. Well, I
They might
mean,
be wrong.
the folks that did
might put a light on.
Whispers of a Machine with Raw Fury, they ported. I mean, they ported for Android for sure. Pretty sure they ported for more than PC and Mac. I really enjoyed Whispers of a Machine, by the way. So it's Android, iOS, Mac. Oh, actually, it's not that many platforms. Huh. So maybe don't. Maybe Nathan's right. You make it sound like we have to go like under the bridge at midnight to meet him. But thanks, Nathan. I know a good guy. It's probably the same train that you met Matt on. Is it really hard to do? Actually, since you would know, how hard is it to do a Mac port from AGS? Is it like insanely hard, or is it just tricky, or not hard? Because we did promise that for Kickstarter, knowing that it's easier to do than anything else. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, like when we talk to some publishers and we say we want to port for this and that, but you know, AGS might be tricky. They're like, whatever, we can do it probably. So we're not sure like if they can actually do it or if they have to like go and hire more people to do it, which means like more servers for everyone.
It was they didn't say they could do it themselves. They said that that's
outsource it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, if they're outsourcing it, can we outsource it to the same people they would?
Why would you want to do it yourself if you wanted to get someone to do it?
I'm not doing it myself. I'm getting someone else to do it like they do. That's what I mean. Okay. Okay. So maybe that frame works for now, but since we're doing animation, I might need to animate it.
Since we're doing animation.
Yeah, another comic book. I don't know what's that. Gut. Wait. So, Spaceman. What's the next frame? He's literally going up and down. Okay. I'll do a variation of this. 2 frames should be okay because it's pretty fast. Oh, he doesn't have a cape. Let's put a cape on him. Also, a bit later in the game, he's not gonna have a cape, which means that we have to make a new batch of frames.
Yeah, I know.
And later on, he might not even have other stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do multiple walk cycles for him.
Well, it's the same walk cycle. It's just like we have to change the colors.
change the colors.
Yeah, like,
change
you
his
know.
cloak to see-through.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to animate like the position of the leg and all that. You just have to like color it in.
Yeah,
Different
it's still different walk cycles.
Wow, actually, he has a lot more now that I think of it. Can't say what, but you know. Man, the resolution is pretty low now, so if I do animation, I have to think of big chunks
Big chunks.
of movement. Yeah, I was thinking if I would be doing it normally with like HD, I would be doing much more detailed frames.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah. Avoid detail.
now, you know what? Might be easier than I think it is.
Yeah, it's sunny here now too as well.
You currently have better weather than Greece, or at least Athens.
Oh, it was very stormy, and dark, very windy and like rainy earlier.
Now it's dark and rainy right here. Like usually at this time I have to like close my blinds so that you're able to see me. So I'm able to see my screens from the glare, but right now it might be too dark. Yeah. Three frames after. Ha!
Is your screen?
Did you?
What you working
Go
on
ahead.
right now?
Me?
Whenever I look at your screen, it's the same thing.
I'm working on it.
It's just okay. Yeah, it's just it's fine, right?
It's the same thing as I'm trying to do the fucking cape.
Okay.
It's not exactly a piece of cape. Huh?
Wow.
Over the years, you don't have enough.
Do a tweet saying come to our stream for the worst puns you've ever heard.
Why are you saying any puns? Burned. Crass and burned.
What?
Because, you know, mine are always excellent. So if they're going to be the worst, they're going to be from you.
Oh, right. You know fairly well.
Make me explain my amazing joke. Yeah. I feel like I'm hungry just because out of boredom.
My line's the one to say I'm hungry.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm fine. But now I feel hungry. Thanks.
You know, I don't eat any snacks ever, as well. During my diet, that is. I used to get Cassius nuts, but I think I was kind of overdoing it, so I stopped buying them.
Cashew nuts?
Yeah. I love them so much. If you give me a bag, I'll just finish it.
Sounds like you said Cassius nuts.
Cassius?
Cashew.
Cashew?
The ones that are like kind of curved, like a little moon?
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah, cashew.
Like beans. Cashew.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love these.
Yeah, they're good nuts.
Especially the salted ones.
Nah, well, I have them without salt. We pretty much, like, yeah, usually have a bag of them lying around.
I like when people saying, oh, I really like the rain, but what they mean is I really like the rain when I'm indoors in a warm place.
Yeah.
Because I like it now, but I don't like it if I wear it outside.
I liked it in Namibia, but that's because it barely rained, and when it rained, it was pretty.
I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless it. Okay, go on. Sorry, it was a perfect opportunity.
It'd be like quite strong and heavy, not the drizzle that you get here.
You guys have an amazingly annoying drizzle.
Actually, it has lately been raining quite strongly. And then, sheesh, in Belize, it was like proper torrential rain.
What?
That was crazy. When I went to Belize, that was proper torrential rain.
You say Belize?
Belize. You say this every time I talk about Belize. Is it called Central America? Belize, if you want to look it up.
Yeah, when did you go? Like 2013 or something?
No, I don't remember.
Well, I don't remember for sure.
But yeah, it rained like super heavy there. And I was like out walking in it, but it was nice because it was like hot. The weather was like hot. You didn't feel cold.
You haven't told Dozy to go crazy about it.
About
he went to Central America.
I thought I mentioned it.
He would know. He's little.
No, he did. He was there because like we were talking about what was your word for them? The temples, ziggurats.
Yeah.
From StarCraft.
Yeah, or the real world. For sure.
Yeah, no, he was there. frame.
Taking way too long on this. I don't know why. Sure. Let's keep going. Speaking of rain, I should play some Rain World.
What's Rain World? Wait, have you told me about this?
Yes, you ask me every time what's Rain World. I even send you a trailer today of it.
The one with the little white creature? It doesn't.
Yes.
It just doesn't. The title does not match the look of it for me. I don't know if it's because I haven't played it.
You know why? Because you haven't played it. Because when you play
Yeah.
it, it's like it's literally a world where the rain has like killed everything, and you keep having to find shelter.
So it does make sense.
And the only creatures live inside. I think you would like it because it's like it's only about ecosystems. Like you have predators that eat you. You're a little creature. Everything is a creature. It has like plants, and you're just like it's kind of like Exodus in a way that everything can kill you. Sometimes you can fight back, but you're mostly vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna need to have to find your way. And the map is so huge. Oh, there he is.
Ozzy!
It's a helicopter.
Thank you.
Salutations, human. So Ozzy is mega busy today, so he only came to say hello and have a great day. Oh, and he told you to hydrate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ozzy.
Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. I like how this bird is like got his mouth open ready for it, like he's a pet and knows that he's about to get fed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be funny if he's like, wait, feed me.
What's the
I'm gonna
Midnight
do Midnight Express glass scene to Costas. I don't remember the glass scene. I just remember that this one was really sad and cool at the same time. So it's probably something horrible that happened in the film.
What's the Midnight Express?
It's a film.
Okay.
It's some guy. I think it's in the 70s. I'm not sure, but it's some guy who gets. He's an American tourist. And he gets arrested in Turkey because he does something stupid like trying to smuggle drugs back to the US. But because of their laws, he gets like into like a super shitty prison for years and years and years, and the whole story is him in prison. The Luxtox is saying, I feel like I'm late to the party with the Theropods dev streams. I'm getting some work done, so I'm lurking a bit, but I'm here. Oh, thanks for keeping us company. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of nice to just have us in the background. It's not like you're gonna miss anything. And we've been streaming for what, 2 weeks, so I don't think you missed anything really.
Yeah.
Other than us trying to figure out how to stream. Sarah?
Yeah?
This is what I did.
Just a sec. I'm watching?
Yeah, that's it. It doesn't get any more than 3 frames.
I only see 1 frame. This is what I'm saying. I think what's on your screen is constantly static the whole time.
Well...
Oh, it's not working. No wonder.
Your stream currently has reduced video and audio quality.
Wait, I can see it. I can see it here. Like, what's happening right now?
Well, that's what everyone's missing.
That's why I was really confused. Okay, hold on. Let me fix it. I don't know why it's like this. This one? This one? This one. I think it was broken from the start. There we go. It was just static for everyone the whole time. Sorry about that. I thought something was up.
I bet Nathan was chasing static.
It's a new thing. Yeah, pretty new.
Yeah, it's a very new thing.
Yeah, other than at the end of the Kickstarter, like you said, we because Matt was doing a stream of doing a couple of backgrounds.
Old school stream. From the way I interpret Nathan's words, it's probably happiness. I'm getting from the 3 letters here. Yeah, that was we did that stream over a year ago. But that was just like, what was it? Matt working and us talking shit.
Yeah. I think we had our cameras there, and we were just talking, watching him do all the work.
Pretty much, yeah. And he was also drawing like idiotic faces.
Matt's joined us for a couple of streams, so that will probably happen again at some point.
Yeah, it probably happens once per week for these last 2 weeks. So can you see now what I'm animating?
Yes.
That's what I did.
It should be fine now. Sorry. You're like saying like I'm struggling on this, and like every time I look, it was exactly the same thing.
Yeah, but I told you that's probably. I thought there was you missed something because I was actually doing the cape and I was at the same for a long time on the same frame.
But it was also color. It wasn't even the line stuff. I should have realized. Yeah, something was up. Like we went for like over half an hour like that. Jeez.
Like how no one from stream said, it's because it's actually working, or what the fuck is he doing?
I still need to make that thing where you can spend channel points to remind you to work.
Hey, I was working now though.
No, clearly you weren't.
Actually, now that I put only the chat, it makes me work more because I don't go on my browser too much.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, chilling and chatting at the same time, concentrating on my screen like that. That's why Sarah put my screen on, like my camera on, because you can see my face doing something. You don't can see the screen.
Wait,
next time it's like my camera freezes and it's like, I thought you were standing still for 1 hour. What's going on?
At least the face was fine. I think it was just when I set it up, it was like still set up from last time, and it didn't work out which window it was supposed to be. Oh, I don't know. I can't make sense of it.
Hey.
Hey.
Just saying.
Hey.
Albert thought I was analyzing one frame, like I'm looking at my masterpiece. Hey, y'all, is it? I think y'all is. What's your game's name again? It's the horror game, the pixel art, where Matt is doing the backgrounds.
Ooh. Oh, I'm awful.
Fuck, sorry, I forgot the name. But I know it's you. Purgatory, yes,
Purgatory.
Exactly. Yeah, we met in Adventures. How are you doing? How's the game going? Hey, man, you're talking to us. We've been making this game, for ages. So. And we're probably going to be making it for ages, too. Hey. I'm kind of used to it. I used to work on a film that took like 4 or 5 years, and people were like, what's going on with this? So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this question a lot, so whatever.
This is why you don't tell people about it until like you're 90% done.
Yeah, but also we have to do like marketing at the same time.
No,
so
I know.
We unfortunately have to tell people eventually. Plus, we have backers, so we have to let them know what's going on. Okay, this is gonna be harder than I thought. It's a bit of a hiatus since your day job kind of took off among other things, and we're starting it now finally. Oh, that's nice, man. We're starting. I think you're an animator, right? Is that your day job? Or was just assuming things? Because I remember you posted something about freelance work on Twitter.
Ooh, creative director.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty much when it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one hand, it kind of sucks we're taking so long. On the other hand, it's kind of interesting because we're learning things along the way, now that we're not super rushing. Like, we took our time with a Kickstarter, and then we actually did it, and it worked. So that was kind of nice. We did do a lot shit tons of research back then, though. But we kind of do plan to do the same research and stuff, especially with marketing and launching. Talk to Harry Partridge sometimes. I didn't know you guys were roommates. Oh wow, you do? Yeah, we were. And actually, me, Sarah, and Harry, we were all going to the same college.
The abandoned adventure game
Oh
project.
yeah, the Dogtooth
It
one.
looks
Yeah,
so good. His background was amazing. I was so excited
really
that he
good.
was gonna make it, but then yeah.
Yeah, I saw you commenting on his stuff at some point, but I didn't know you guys talked. Yeah, Harry's. We've been roommates, classmates. We've been best friends with Harry, like in college. It's basically everything I know from animating I learned from Harry, not from college. Can guess why I'm using Flash then. Yeah, he was doing those Dogtooth adventure game stuff. He was doing that for Newgrounds. I was working with a programmer there, but I think then the programmer kind of like stopped working on it, which is or my experience. I believe that happened occasionally. Yeah, that's unfortunately Harry's issue, that he's such a perfectionist that he doesn't mind taking years and years and years on working on something. I mean, he's doing pretty well now with Patreon, I think, because now he has more time to work on his stuff and hire more people potentially. But like, that's one of the reasons I stopped doing animation that's not like games, because it takes so much time if you don't have like other people working on it. I'd rather make like live action films if I'm gonna make a film, because it's not that much time. And don't get me wrong, the game takes shit tons of ages, but at least you can reuse assets and like.
Yeah.
It has other stuff you can work around. Plus just the designing part of it and all this other fun stuff. Yeah, did you know, fun fact, that the Dogtooth that he made into a short now, we actually did a short film with Harry, like years ago, a live action one, where I was actually one of the monsters in the film, where I was wearing like a mask and everything. But he never edited it because he wasn't happy with the footage, apparently. So Dogtooth has been like a long project for Harry for ages. Actually, Seething Swarm in chat knows Harry because we did a game all together, but Harry did the music for that game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Harry can do everything, including music. He's really, really good at music too. Yes, that's the one where Joyce did makeup effects. Actually, that's when they. I don't know if that's when they first met in person or the second time, but Joyce definitely flew from the US for that. I haven't seen Harry for a couple of years though, like up close. We talk occasionally, but.
Yeah, I think he wasn't able to make it to London like the last time you were here.
Yeah. I mean, he always has a project deadline looming that's like long overdue usually.
Okay, so I deleted some of the line art so it's easier for you. It's still a mess, but it's a little bit easier to see. How do you know Harry then? Other than the internet. I actually didn't meet Harry from the internet. It was funny, like everyone else's.
Everyone knows Harry.
Man, you should see Harry pitching Starbarians as his dissertation project to our tutor. That didn't go very well. That was funny in hindsight. A very busy Dr. B. Oh, thanks, man. Like the problem with that was like because I was always looking at Harry doing amazing things, and I knew like his level was like he was like 50 levels ahead. I fully realized I can't get to his level. So what I was doing is like I was doing silhouette stuff because I have no patience for detail. So I was like, I'm just gonna focus on the basics of animation and then either do silhouettes or find someone else to work with that does the details. And that's how Theropods was born, basically. I focus on like line arts and shitty things, and then someone makes it pretty. But Harry is like, Harry's a factory. He can do everything. He even does voice acting, music, everything. Which is a little troubling because Harry wants to make live action films, and I think he has to accept the fact that you can do everything yourself on that. Like practically, even though he wants to like, he does want to do that. So yeah, you do know Harry from the internet, Patreon. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he has a Discord for patrons, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's really funny though. He talked about that. So that's pretty cool. I wonder how did this conversation even start? Like, did he say I have a friend who makes an adventure game too?
It's such a small world. That's really weird.
Yeah. We've done also a couple of live action films with Harry, actually, like short films. If you've seen, I don't know, well, you probably are familiar with his work, but Harry has done one live action thing that he put on his channel, and he did that with me. It looks pretty shitty, but it's really fun. We didn't call it. What was it? Ace Rider. That was with Captain Meow.
I tried to.
Oh, you're talking about another one.
Oh.
No, yeah, you did. Was that? That was the one with Captain Meow, right?
Yeah. Oh, was that not the one you're talking about? Yeah, Ace Rider.
No, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I was.
Yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the guy in the helmet. Actually, I'm acting in it too. Yeah, and then you left, and then we just like put the camera on a tripod to film that. Didn't we like almost step on a live snake?
Oh, that was me. I was like walking around with bare feet, and almost stepped on an adder or something. No, it's probably a grass snake, not an adder.
It was literally a grass snake, but that's what I would call it because I don't know my snakes. But... Okay, so jump. I should join the chat at some point if he's around.
If he has time to.
Yeah, I'm the guy running around the woods. Anyway, yeah, it's really ridiculous. The funnier thing was like we shot this again, and because we couldn't be bothered to edit or do the visual effects, we just like left it for like 4 years, and then we're like, hey, how about we try that now? We have more skills on that, and we just like edited and did everything in a day.
Harry's ridiculous Captain Meow was amazing.
Yeah, I love Captain Meow. It's just I laughed so hard when he was animating that. Which is literally like a collage of like a super cute kitten. Like, we also did a 48-hour contest film thing, which I've done a couple of these that are like death. Or like 48 hours is not enough to do anything. I don't know how people do Ludum Dares or whatever.
I wouldn't Ludum dare. Dare.
You wouldn't let him dare do that.
I was trying to look at the camera when I said that, but then I got reminded that my camera's on my left, not in front of me.
Ludum Dare was alright. No, I don't remember.
Oh, for you? Yeah, you did one.
It was Ludum Dare that I did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of
Hey, you-
frustrating when you can't make what you actually want to make, but the whole point is you kind of need to accept that it's not going to be exactly what you wanted.
And yeah, but I think 2 weeks is perfect for a jam. I've done a 2-week game jam. I've done a 2-week film jam thing, and they were both like perfect time. Actually, the film thing was 21 days, even longer than 14. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, actually, I think it's because of you that they did it for 2 weeks, right? Because I saw your comment there. I sound like a stalker, but I do know 2 or 3 things about you from Twitter. There we go.
Don't feel bad. I'm sure like 2 weeks makes it a lot better for everybody. Even if you don't
No, you
participate.
shouldn't feel bad. I'm happy they did that,
You've
even though I'm
helped,
not
yeah.
taking part in it.
Yeah, we would have loved to have taken part.
Well,
as
they haven't done any game jams before, so they would know. Probably not the only one who said that. If it changed their minds.
Yeah, I'm sure people would have agreed to that.
Are you? You know when you should feel bad if you told them this and you're not doing the jam.
That's what he said.
Oh, he's not. Okay. Then he's...
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Yeah, exactly.
No, I think 2 weeks is pretty good to like. You're still gonna get a little bit stressed, but I mean, in 2 days you're definitely gonna lose your sleep, and you can't be like on your A game then, or you need to have like a big team of people, and then the more people you have in a team, the less efficient you are because you have to talk to little people. So it's weird. I mean, I'm probably I don't have experience in a game jam. Having said that, of 2 days, like Sarah does. How many people were you in your team, Sarah, when you were doing that?
3. 3? Maybe it was 4. Kind of. Yeah, because someone did the music, and I think.
We all saying, yeah, we all know Matt is a lazy bastard. Evident from his work. It oozes laziness. But yeah, I remember he did do, and he also didn't do pixel backgrounds, right?
Oh, was it that game? The
Yeah.
watercolor one. Ooh.
Yeah, that was last year, right?
Yeah, I guess it was.
Man, we really want to do a game jam, but also we think it's a bad idea because we're not doing Theropods, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think we're gonna fall behind if we do that.
And actually, now I'm not that bored with Theropods because just finally started doing some art.
Oh yeah, I desperately needed a break from programming.
Yeah. Like how the break is still more work, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, there are a lot of cool games coming out soon.
A lot of what games?
Cool games coming out.
What, from jams or in general?
In general, point-and-click games.
Are there?
We can chat.
Oh yeah, there are actually. There's a
You were
Chicken
saying so
Police.
yourself.
Yeah, but some of the games I was saying that were actually,
out already, but
released
like
on
being-
Switch when they were out already. But there are a couple of adventure games, of indie game developers like us that are getting released this week. Actually, Gibbous was released today on Switch. So probably post this little
Oh, yeah,
animation we did a year ago.
definitely.
Yeah, I'll do that after the stream. Yeah, I know what you mean, yo. How far ahead are you with that game? Your main game. Well done, Costas. You've done 3 frames, which are almost exactly the same in an hour.
I thought someone was saying that to you.
It has been a busy Saturday though, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah. It's always nice.
Well, look, you can do both in when you stream, which means I probably have to like steal some extra time to animate. I'm actually kind of excited to do some design because I'm a slightly tiny little bit stressed out for not having designed some areas, not areas, game stuff, things, puzzle things. Actually, Sarah.
Yeah.
We'll speak in secret code now, so that I don't spoil stuff. You know, Chapter 3's action sequence.
Chapter 3 action sequence. Yes.
It's like you're loading.
Yeah.
I was thinking I've been doing this one now, that perhaps part 2 might not be needed.
Part
and
2.
I don't, of this action sequence, of the third Chapter 3's part 2 action sequence. There's some pterodactyls in it.
Yeah.
And they're flying.
Why
it might not be needed.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think it works just with the first part.
I think it works with just. I think so.
Yeah. Because for some reason, I wanted to have 2 parts in every action sequence. And other than the first one, which actually makes sense, because it's a story thing, I don't think we need that here in the Chapter 2. It's Chapter 3, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. And I have to rethink. Actually, I forgot we did the Chapter 4 sequence too. But that was kind of cool. I like that one. It needs to be redesigned though, because we're redesigning the dinosaur. Anyway, back to the chat.
Chapter 4.
All the backgrounds are done, so that's Matt's work. And a lot of animation. There's a lot of stuff around, but it's just not put together, which is the usual pitfalls of artists who do games. We draw everything, animate everything, and then realize that we forgot the programming. I wouldn't know because I don't program anything. It's just
That's why I want to try and like mix up the programming and animating, like, so that I'm not just doing a massive long stint of just programming, because it just tires me out.
I can imagine that.
Right, okay, I think I'm done, but it's not going to have timing on it because it was too complicated. Wait,
perfect timing, Sarah, for saying that. Can I see? Can I see anything, or?
You can, but it's going to look weird. Let me just finish. But what?
Yeah, also the question is how, but sure.
How what? How do I show you?
Oh my god.
I'll play it on stream. Where's the fish?
Yeah, how about you animate every frame of the walk cycle and never repeat them? Just like keep doing it. How often do any of you 2D animators in chat use reference? Because I just realized that I never use a reference, almost never use a reference for a walk cycle or run cycle. I just like wing it. I used to when I was studying animation, but now I'm like...
Now he's a pro.
Huh?
I said
No,
now
I'm
you're
not
a
saying.
pro.
I'm not saying that, but like even if you take something that's already there, like it's not gonna be the same as what you're doing, right? You're gonna have a different character. They might be big, they might be small, they might walk faster.
I'd have to
So
use
it's like a lot of different
reference.
variants.
I'd have to use reference for sure. My animation skills aren't amazing.
Yeah, but I like draw bullshit drawings. It's just like as long as it moves well, then I'm good.
Okay,
So
it's gone from. Yeah, let's keep his eye white. It looks a bit weird. It doesn't stand out as much as green.
Huh. The album I was listening to ended. What should we listen to? I'm listening to stoner rock music from Greek bands too, because apparently that's the
Like
we have a lot of exports from that.
stoner rock.
Stoner rock is rocky music, but like really long tracks and kind of repetitive, but kind of like chilled and mellow.
I'm playing the animation if you want to look on stream when you can.
Which means I need to open the stream. Let's see. See, what you folks don't know is that I have the cool music in my ears because Sarah is the one controlling the music, so you'll never hear it.
Uh-huh. Nice screen.
Ooh. Thanks.
Actually, it works fine without timing.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, the fizz doesn't look like it has enough weight, but maybe we can fix that later.
It might be
Yeah,
with the
because
timing, though.
actually, it needs a little more anticipation when he's trying to like throw it, but that's a timing issue. It's fine.
Yeah,
Your
I've written down the timing. It's just way too complicated to do in Ace, right? It would just be loads of copy pasting of frames.
Yeah, no,
so
I'm
it's
just
not
like just saying that, but the frames look perfect. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Frozen Well,
Hey.
good. How are you? Let me catch up with chat.
I finished my
Yeah,
first
most of the
animation.
time I wing it as well. I started pre-animating walk cycles, so with like simple bolts and squares, like simple style. Oh yeah, that's good with for me at least for way more complicated things to like use basic shapes and forms. But also I remember you do a lot of like cinematic sequences, so you must have like close-ups and things like that. Like basically just using some basic vector shape and popping them around. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. And maybe different colors for like an arm or a head or whatever. Secondary movements for cloth and hair and shit.
I saved this, right? Oh, I don't need the tags anymore. Yeah, it's fine. What now? Now I've got a monster of an animation to do.
Okay, you should break it down. Like, just do what you did with the first frames. That's gonna be easier because you only do have to do the spaceman. It might have been harder for me because I needed to figure out a lot of things while I was
It's
doing
just
it.
I'm aware there's a lot of things to do. Like I'm not going to copy paste the Amazon into all of this. I'm just going to do her separately.
Thanks, y'all, but it's not like we don't do high quality animation because we have a low resolution, so you just need to like think about your frame use. As in, like, you don't need as many frames as you would for HD, which you probably have the same issue because you don't need that many if your resolution is low. It took me a while to realize that. I was like putting so many frames out for poor Sarah to do pixels for, and I was like, maybe we don't need that many. Maybe with 2 frames you can have a walk cycle of like a tiny thing or whatever.
I get to work on the Amazon again. I'm happy.
Yeah, see, we have a lot of fainted Amazons here.
A lot of what?
Fainted Amazons.
Faint? Oh, yeah.
Don't have the faintest idea what I'm saying.
I thought she fainted. She's unconscious. Guess it's kind of similar. Where's the super rough version I did of her for the prototype?
Can hear Nathan growing. What's the word I'm looking?
I don't know. Groaning? No, that's weird. Well, I don't know what you're trying to
Yes,
say.
that's the one.
Okay.
That what you said, groaning. Seeding Swarm uses references all the time, but sometimes surprise myself when I make decent walk cycles and stuff without using any. I've been struggling with making a tiny pixel cat attack animation for the last 3 hours, and it just looks bad. Yeah, man, but like, okay, for Seeding Swarm, having seen his pixel art and knowing that you didn't do pixel art like before, it feels like you're a pixel master now. Like you always were a good animator, and I know how Flash helps with like all the motion twins and stuff, but because you can't have motion twins and like pixel art, you're probably up to your game like tons. Yell says, I'm in with a game, I'm in luck, my characters are like 42 pixels high, you can get away with a lot. Yeah, it's true. Nathan's radar of my jokes worked fine. There's no static with my puns. Probably that's how you became friends with Matt. It's like, oh man, I hate puns, and it was like puns, and I was like, who said that? Me. And it's like, we should become friends. So I can hear like Matt's stomach turning when I say these jokes. Yeah. When there's no coronavirus, we should do some karaoke in London then. Then you'll be sorry.
Let's look at this nightmare of... Oh wait, hold on, I need to get up on stream. Nightmare of timing for this. And that's only half the animation.
Shall I look at your insanities on the timeline?
On stream.
What am I looking at?
No, I've copy-pasted my Google Doc. This is for the Rescue Amazon animation. I have to write down every single frame and then the timing, like how long it's all held for. And that's half the animation.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay.
Just the spaceman bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you. I need to like set that up each time. You give
but
me
the thing is that I don't want to confuse you when you do everything, because sometimes you like the line loops, because like, you know, it's like a river, so it can't stand still. And if that loop happens, you don't need to include it baked into all the other animations.
What line? What?
Hey, you all follow.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. What line?
I don't want to say what kind of line it is, but the one that's tied to the tree.
Oh, what about it?
It animates like it when it's supposed to be stable. It's not stable. It has like 3 frames of going up and down.
Okay.
So I'm saying that if you see that and there's like other animations happening at the same time on the screen, you don't need to like, you just need to export this loop and like put it on a separate asset, I guess, and then, or I don't know how to.
Are you talking about within the animation?
Yeah, there's an animation within the animation.
It's going to be
so.
a separate like.
Okay,
separate
perfect.
frames.
Yeah.
I can't.
But I can understand if that would be confusing you, because like it's on different like times or whatever.
It's not confusing. It's just a lot to do.
So that's a different art. Then the bird has like a little loop by itself.
Oh, don't worry about the bird. That's in the second half that you didn't upload, and I'm not going to have time to do that today.
And also, I was going to say that this animation is like technically 3 parts. So the first part is what you're doing now up until the bird lands. The second part is when the bird is chilling and there's a loop. Mm-hmm. So nothing happens. There's just a loop. And the third part is when the sequence ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've only got like half the animation at the moment anyways.
Nathan, what if I do singing puns?
Singing puns? You're going to start singing your puns?
Yes. That would blow his mind.
Spaceman starting to tie or whatever he's doing. No, he's getting something out of his pocket. Ignore me.
Something else. Oh, thanks for being. Thanks for keeping us company today, guys. It's like fun.
Yeah. I like having people here.
See, one day we don't have Ozzy, and we're actually having quality conversations with the people.
I'm so confused. Oh, it's because I swapped the... Huh. Really?
Sounds scary, but I'm game. Yeah, Nathan is all about the scary games. At least for Theropods, you guys have a whole script complete for AGS. For ages, sorry, not AGS. You mean like the story? Yeah, it's
kind of.
we do and we don't. We know where the whole story is going. We know what happens. But we know the strong emotional, moments. But it's still not set in stone exactly.
Yeah, it still needs tweaking. But I've got the main gist of it.
Should I start ranting about multiple endings?
If you want to.
Because at first we thought of having multiple endings. What do you guys think of multiple endings in games? I probably...
Oh, no. He was talking about script as in, like, dialogue.
Oh, that's what you mean. All right, I get it now. Sorry, the word script confused me a little bit. Yeah, all the dialogue has been completed. Actually, you joke, but we do have to think of like what the voice actors are saying every time. It was like and things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna say that multiple endings don't really work for me because, like, you know how they say you get the good end and the bad end? There's a reason for that. Like, because bad endings mean it's bad writing or it's like an unsatisfactory storyline. Why would you imagine if you went to see a film and it's like the bad ending? That's like the ending. And also, last time we were talking about this with Matt, I think too, how at least in films, you can have like a shitty film. And then if you can have a good film, and then like if you fuck up the ending, then the whole thing turns sour. And on the other hand, you can have a mediocre film and then have like a good ending, and then people are going to be like, okay, that was pretty good. And Sarah, the example I wanted to set is Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones was fucking amazing, and then the ending fucked up everything, and now everyone's embarrassed to talk about it. Mm-hmm. So imagine if Game of Thrones had a good ending. Like, the sour taste that it left for everyone is like forever there. Like it almost undoes everything it did before.
I guess the whole point in games is you can go back and replay it, but you wouldn't want to.
Sure, but I mean, you're always. I always feel bad when I get a bad ending right away. I'm like, no, that can't be possible. I should try again. Like it never. Why wouldn't I get the good ending right away and feel satisfied? Why do I have to get the sourness for no reason? And why do the game developer have to do like different animations and like shit for all that? It depends, how further back you have to go too. And if you have to go a lot further back, it's annoying. And if you don't, then what's the point? Like because your actions don't matter if you just load again and play it to see the ending. I just realized now, because you guys all make games, like most of you, like you would be like, I have a multiple ending. I didn't think about that. I didn't want to fuck up your groove there. But yeah, I don't know. And actually, yeah, that came to my head because I was thinking about that we had multiple endings at first. Sure, Nathan, but is it satisfactory story-wise? And what does it matter if you just like quickly load and play again? Does it really count as replayable time, or does it count like loading again and playing for like a minute?
That's the thing for me. I think it's replayability. Like, for example, that game we were playing, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I don't know, I guess it makes you feel like you can do different things that affect their outcome.
Yeah.
Instead of the story controlling you.
Well, in that game, I felt more stressed that I need to make all the right choices, otherwise the game is going to punish me with a bad ending.
Yeah,
that's why I'm getting stressed about in this game.
That's good, because you probably should be in a stressed feeling. Like, it makes sense for the kind of game that it is.
Yeah, all of this particular game was a bit weird with some things that you had to do in the right order, otherwise it would fuck up your story.
A lot of things.
Especially that ape man story. Anyway. Unfolding are still friends. Adventure games have no replayability except that you want to experience the characters in the story again. Same with rewatching a movie. Yeah, if we go with adventure games, I don't think it works at all. Multiple endings. I was playing Swordlight recently. Don't know if you guys have played this, and it has 3 different endings.
Okay.
All those 3 different endings felt sour, like for me, because I don't know. It felt like there was no proper catharsis for me or something. Like it just ended to end. Basically, but I think I'm leaning towards just make the best possible ending for your story, because this Black Mirror episode that you pick your own story. I don't know what's it.
I haven't finished watching.
That thing didn't work at all, in my opinion, because films don't work like that. You have your main character, and it has like Texas Francisco. You have your main character, and like he has a certain arc to complete, and he has to learn their lesson. And if the ending is whatever, like a story that's built up in the first act needs to have only one possible outcome for the main character, as in like on the lesson that they have to learn. And if you have like 5 different endings or 6, and like half of them are bullshit, they're always gonna feel unsatisfying. Doesn't matter if they like blow up or whatever. It's like as a emotional story, I don't think it will be satisfying. The good ending in Swordlight, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a good ending, let's say. But I think what annoyed me with Swordlight, even though I love the game, is that the ending is all you get out on a balcony, you talk to someone, and the game ends. That's all the endings. I expected something a little bit more than just like a text telling me what happens later. Which I also can understand from a game development perspective, that it was like, we actually need to finish the game now, we can't have like an elaborate sequence, but yeah. Also would be really surprised if Francisco starts talking in the chat now. I'd be like, fuck you, man. Which I wouldn't.
Why would you say that to him? Or you think he would say that?
No, he would be saying that to me. I'm not saying
What the heck?
No, I would never say that. I really need to play Lamplight City at some point. Yeah, having said that, I'm only saying this about Swordlight because I really fucking enjoyed Swordlight. And that is why I just wanted to see like something a little bit more. Can anyone name a game with multiple endings that they liked?
Nope.
No, that was all the time you had to answer. That's it. I don't take chat. I don't take the time like into consideration. You guys are in luck. This is the 4th frame I'm drawing in like 2 hours. Chasing static screens here.
You've got some answers in chat.
Mario World, does it have...
Mario World!
The best plot twist ever, that the princess is in another castle. So Silent Hill has multiple endings, because I must admit that I haven't completed Silent Hill, and I should. I'm embarrassed to say. He's not writing all caps telling me what the fuck, why. Fallout 1, see, like, I haven't completed that either. So maybe I haven't played any game. Maybe I haven't played any games with good multiple endings. That's why I'm so strong with my opinion. Okay, Yo has a very good point. I actually have a portable emulator thingy that I got like a couple of months ago, and that's where I started playing Silent Hill, and I was really enjoying it. I think now I'm in. Where am I? I'm in hospital. And there was a weird fucking puzzle where it has like 1 billion medallions that I have to put on some wall, like shaped like cats or some shit. Canonical dog ending. Does Silent Hill actually have any good endings? As in, like, you know, that no one dies in the end, or because it feels like a game that it would just be all the endings would be like really horrible, like horrible from a perspective of like being really like downers. What the fuck is this? My anatomy is like non-existent. he's like a cat, like he's like liquid. So the idea, okay, so the idea is that he's so wow. Okay, let's try something else.
Yesterday, by Pendula, had 3 endings, and then there was an Easter egg joke ending where a character from a previous game shows up and pokes fun at the studio.
Silent has the least bad ending. So they're all bad, it's just like one that's not as bad. Yeah, we're playing now. I have no mouth, but I must scream. And I'm terrified that we're gonna get a bad ending because I really don't want to replay all the other stories. Man, that game is dark as fuck.
Wait, which game?
The one we were playing a stream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying that I really don't want to replay the stories just to get the good ending.
Yeah, I don't. I think you
Like, I'm
can
probably gonna
do
go
on
on
your
YouTube
own if
and
you
check it
want
out.
to. Yeah. I can't.
Oh
really be
right,
bothered to do that.
I play. Has anyone played Life is Strange? Either of them, first or second? This game has multiple endings, but one of them sucks though.
I can't.
Yeah, wasn't the first one like a real downer? Wait, because you could, yeah, you could either commit genocide or something, or not commit genocide, from what I remember. And the second one, which I really liked, it had a lot of bad endings, and only one was a good ending, right, Nathan? Yeah, the first one was the Arcadia Bay thing, and the second one was the two brothers. The second one was like, man, I really like that game. I enjoyed it so much. I was playing it during quarantine too, so I was like, perfect. The genocide one. Yeah, I don't remember exactly the emotional state I was in. I do remember what really upset me, and that was a good like multiple, not ending, but a multiple choice thing. Is like there's a girl, like you're in a school, Sarah, and there's like one of your classmates, and she on the university, and she wants to jump off the roof because she's like dealing with shit, and you have to convince her to come down. But like if you go like earlier in the game in her room and you pay attention to her stuff and you don't remember, for example, like if she has a brother or what their name is, you're like, fuck, what's their name? Because you have to tell that to her to convince her to come down. And if you fuck up, she's gonna jump and you're like, Jesus, I must get this right now. And she's gonna be dead for the rest of the game and they're gonna be talking about it. That was a good one though. But that's not an ending, that was like a multiple choice thing.
Matt's set the standard too high on trees. How am I supposed to make a like a log that looks like it's from the same
Yeah,
place.
Nathan, I agree with you about the first game, but what about the second game? Because that had like 6 different endings. Like you could have one where, but actually, to be fair, the endings in the second game, they sort of made sense compared to what you did in the rest of the game in a way. Because you could say basically you were the big brother and you had the little brother, and depending on how you treated him, he would either turn out to be like an asshole or like a nice kid or whatever. Yeah, you just like you turn off the game and then you open up Word document and you just type your ending and you go like smiling to bed. I got a good ending from my own hands. Okay, Costas. Let's try to bending knees in an angle. They look like shit. Ah, that works. Yeah, please don't take any notes while I'm animating this on how to animate because that's not it. I should like focus on learning anatomy at some point because my technique is draw lines until it looks somewhat okay. I can tell what's wrong, but I can't tell how to make it right. What the fuck is that? Okay, so that doesn't work because that doesn't support his weight. So I know it doesn't work, but what works? It's an angle. Maybe I should. I don't need this, okay. I don't need. You're talking about anatomy, I'm guessing. Mine sucks too, especially forearms, but I can recommend the Morpho books of anatomy, especially the ones that simplified anatomy. Makes memorizing muscle much easier. Morpho books, let's see. I'm a little bit weird in if I don't like the drawing style in a how to sketch book, I can't pick it up. Okay, that's not bad. This is a bit intimidating though because I want to learn how to draw a leg and then I see like a drawing with like a billion muscles on it and I'm like, that's not exactly what I want, but I guess I'm just making up excuses so I don't learn. Wow, these are really good. I'll check it out. I should actually. To be honest, I'm never drawing outside of this game.
What, you mean you don't draw anything else?
Like, no, it's not like, oh, today I'm gonna sketch. I never do that. I'm just like, it's really bad, but I do have these amazing books that I got from Kickstarter. I definitely recommend. They have like, you probably have seen them somewhere around the internet. Which are like how to draw stuff, and like for example, just have like random shit in there. Like here's a chapter, lava. So it's like how to draw lava. So every time I need something that I don't know, I just like, okay, maybe they have this. But also these I think are like free tutorials online. These are just like the Kickstarter printed versions.
Is that
Yeah,
why you
they're
sent
really,
me
really cool.
the one on how to draw gold?
Yeah,
was that
because
not?
I have it from there. Did it help at all, or?
I didn't use it. I haven't drawn
Thank you.
crystal.
But yeah.
No, I haven't drawn the crystal.
It helped me when I was doing the
couldn't-
crystal, how to do signiness.
I couldn't
least-
concentrate on that as well as like trying to do an animation on stream. I need to revisit
Yeah,
it
it's fine, no
at some
problem.
point.
Yeah, I said it on stream, that's right.
I opened it on stream. I tried, but like it was just too much to concentrate on. So yeah, I need to revisit it at some point.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm talking about because I recently thought like I wanted to draw some things, and I was like, wow, when did I have this thought lately? Although I must say, it's kind of nice when I'm designing new things for the game
What's nice?
to draw when I'm designing new things for the game. Like we have to do, like this bird that you were doing now. I had designed this last week. Although it's not like a really complicated thing, but it's kind of. I love picking colors most of the time. I spend a lot of time with composition. It's like the way everything fits together in the screen, which I also like to do in filmmaking. Not composition exactly like frames and all that, but like mostly with colors and light and things like that. Ah. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have another coffee. Y'all saying right now I'm storyboarding, so it's great you guys are streaming. Oh, that's nice.
Done.
You storyboarding for an animation?
What'd you say? You storyboarding for an animation?
So as a creative director, I guess you. Oh, sorry. No, you didn't say that.
What?
Say for an animation. He says I'm storyboarding. I discovered just love storyboards the most, which is why I expand my portfolio in the direction at the moment like crazy. Hey, I got a book for you on storyboarding. You probably might know this. It's called Framed Ink. Some like I should read out more. Amazing shit for like storyboarding. Yeah, if you haven't, you should definitely check it out. I think there's Framed Ink 2. It came out too. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, usually I storyboard out of necessity usually when I have to shoot something, especially live action. But I don't really like you probably do you need to show your storyboards to like your team, or do you need to show it to like clients or whatever? Because I'm assuming that if you need to show it to clients, it would need to be a little bit presentable. When I'm doing like films, my storyboards are something like this on paper, which means that they're bullshit. And right like here, right, like middle shot, and maybe they say, "Hi, I'm Mark."
So like this is all the detail I usually put. Or like, yeah, if it's a shot that I like has to like move, or like a pan or something, the right pan. So it's like the most basic thing I can think of when I'm talking to my crew on set. They can sort of understand what it is on my notebook, but mostly I have to like keep it in mind while I'm shooting. So I do storyboards out of necessity so that I'm prepared on the day, not really to like have something pretty to look at. I completely gave up on the idea to having something pretty with me. Yeah, okay, if you have clients, they need to understand this. I have a friend and she's like an illustrator, but she also works as a storyboard artist now. But yeah, her goal is to make everything look amazing, basically, because it's like for a 2D animation thing, so the animators take it from there. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it must be a nice workflow, huh? Yeah, I'm like 4 centuries behind, man. I like literally for my last film to have an animatic. I did what you saw, but I did it on paper. I took photos from my phone, and then I imported it on Premiere, and I did a quick edit just because I had to do like the fastest possible test to see if it works or not. Because it was an action sequence, and I need to show people. Oh, this wasn't bad actually. Considering my attention span is like in segments of 12 seconds every time. Yeah, I think the main thing for storyboards is to communicate your vision against other people. And for me too is also to have like a reminder of what I'm doing so I don't get lost when I'm shooting something. But if you guys are animating, then yeah, it's like the time frames are much slower compared to live action. And also, I think for a film, you don't need to storyboard everything. Like if it's a conversation in a bar or whatever, you can probably get away with not doing one. But if it's like an action sequence or whatever, then you most definitely need to have one. The next thing I want to try for films is actually just getting like a phone camera and doing like a really, really rough shooting of it. Just like whatever, just the angles. No real actors, no one, just like you and another person. I'm wondering if I should design my games a bit more visual. I recently read a new Sierra book, and how they use storyboards for their adventure games too. So maybe as a visual person, since I enjoy it, I would try photo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think because I'm kind of the same because we're both visual people. I mean, I'm assuming you are. So what I was doing for this game is I was trying to have some key sequences, at least like one frame, like it's a comic book. Just like have them around and like inspire myself or like think that this is a moment that's important in the game. So I need to have like a visual of it. It's more like the main sequences that are in your head that are like a turning points. Think probably just like, yeah, not necessarily have a storyboard, but aim to have like at least the key sequences in your story. It helps me also when I'm like writing them because like I know this big thing needs to happen, so maybe I'll get it out of my head on paper and then work around that. And the moments that I'm afraid to get it out of my head and into paper, that's when I'm struggling with, and I'll just have to like let it go, be out, and then everything is much easier usually. Oh wow, yeah, I haven't done that code drawing thing.
Code drawing?
Yeah, Yo is saying they were doing this with Matt for the jam. It sounds interesting, actually. Like, what? Do you have any names for those websites? We can check one out.
Can't post links though, sadly.
Yeah, I would say Storybeats probably. We had this issue with me and Sarah had this issue, I think, because we had the trailer from the game, so we kind of had like a rough estimate of what the game would be like, but then there were so many like spots that we still don't have like a lot of sequences like drawn, right, Sarah? Like the very first one of the game, I've only done like one drawing 3 years ago. So it would be nice to just, even if it's on paper, to just like get some stuff out. You know what? I could do that. Could do that for my wall. I don't know if you can see, but I have up there on the wall. I have like the whole story of Theropods in like a few little boxes, and like what parts are story, what parts are action, what parts are puzzles.
Not actually.
Just like keep an eye out on the whole scope of the game and see where we're at. Just to keep like a general picture of it. It kind of helps, I think. I mean, I wouldn't recommend you putting it on your wall, I guess, because I had some space and I did it. But it's kind of nice to have everything around in one small area to like kind of manage in your head. Yeah, it's literally post-it notes with like, 3 different colors of markers, and then because the post-it notes don't stick, I just had to get some like extra tape, like put them on. You do stream, right? Or you did, I think. Yeah, with storyboards, yeah, it's always fun to have them on the wall, I think. I've never done this, but... Sarah, you did storyboards too, right?
Yeah.
For the stop motion animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sarah's a stop motion animator, by the way.
Yeah, kinda.
Which I would never do, because it takes billion, trillion years.
I just like making things, so kind of...
You mean with your hands? Because I like making things, but not like you.
I wouldn't call that making physical things, I suppose.
Yeah. Drawing websites. One is called Aggie.io, and the other one's called magmastudio.io. You know any of these, Sarah?
Nope.
Ooh.
Come out.
Oh, wow. It's really cool, Sarah. I only tried that once and recently had to animate a bag that we rigged with wire for a website. But I had a storyboard workshop with Artman recently. Ooh. Sarah, you did some with Artman, did you, as well?
I did
No?
what? I did what?
Sorry, I'm...
I have done
getting
nothing
nervous.
with Aardman, if that's what you're saying.
Oh, I thought so. No, you've done it with other stop-motion people.
Have I?
Well, yeah, you... Should I flex for you?
Well,
You did. You worked in the Fantastic Mr. Foxhole.
Worked on. I interned like a... But yeah. No, nothing to do with Aardman. And
Something else, though.
Well, yeah, it's, who's that designer? Vivian Westwood? Yeah.
What did you do with her?
I didn't do anything with her. It was a friend of a friend was doing actually no, my friend was working on it, but it was directed by his friend or something. Was doing like a little promotional video for something, and it was using a design that Vivian Westwood had designed.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that.
Time to Act. It was like it was weird because it was her design was a clock, and it was on a paper bag that we had to put on random strangers' heads and take a picture of them, and then we like put that all together.
Sounds like you kidnapped people and asking for ransom.
It was pretty strange. It's different, yeah. Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I don't, yeah. Yeah, okay. I love Roald Dahl. And just Americanizing the story, Fantastic Mr. Fox, was felt wrong to me. But
you make it sound like it comes from something else, which I had no idea.
it's a book by Roald Dahl.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It is Roald Dahl, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. So Wes Anderson kind of like Americanized it, but that's just like his kind of thing. Yeah. Wes Anderson, like if I kind of separate it from the story by Roald Dahl, then it's I enjoyed it. It was a good film. But like the other weird thing about it being stop motion is that the fur on the foxes, because you had to touch it every single frame, obviously the fur was going to move, so it looked like they had fleas or something constantly because like the fur was alive. But that didn't bother me. Like it was fine. But yeah, it was interesting. You work for a company that produces laundry detergent. Don't stop spamming.
No, man, don't stop spamming. I mean, that was gigs we did. It's not like we've been doing this every day.
Yeah. No,
Also,
the Fantastic Mr. Fox thing was for a week, like 4 days even. It wasn't even 5 days. And I was like literally collecting people's mugs, shredding stuff, top secret documents that I might have, yeah. It was horrible, like getting rid of.
Put in your socks?
I have taken a few with me. But yeah, we got to speak to a lot of the animators and the puppet guy, the guy who made the puppets.
And also Deluxe Talks. Sarah's not flexing about meeting for 3 seconds, Wes Anderson. Did you basically like you got super confused when he walked by you and you were like, wow.
He walked, right. Like I was with someone else. I already said this. I was with someone else who was showing me the direction to somewhere. And I was holding the door open for her as she walked through, and then she walked through the door and then suddenly turned around and like ran straight back inside past me, and I didn't know what was going on. And then a bunch of bodyguards came by with Wes Anderson, and he kind of looked at me like wondering, a little bit baffled as to why I was standing there looking really confused. But yeah. Cotton Ball Smoke's good, yeah.
He has bodyguards in case like someone attacks Wes Anderson.
On set, yeah.
Like a little kitten or something, because he looks so...
The sets were amazing on that. They're like really, really big and detailed.
Cotton Ball Smoke.
Yeah, cotton is cool for smoke effects, and then like cling film and the weird plastic stuff for water. Get some pretty cool effects.
Excuse me? As Matt says, whoops, wrong layer. I did.
He smoked a cigarette next to Brad Pitt.
What's the context? Because it looks like you saw Brad Pitt and was like, I feel like smoking. It was like 5 minutes. That's my time.
Where was that?
Nathan is usually often confused with Brad Pitt. Like when we exhibited in the Theropods in Adventure X, I was like, Sarah, is that Brad Pitt next to us? She was like, I don't know. And then we had to walk closer. And that's when we found out it wasn't true. What's the context? How did you see Brad Pitt? I was like, oh, he was just on TV. He was like next to me. But... Where did I meet Nathan, or?
Brad Pitt, I'm guessing. Same person.
Well, you always in Sweden, right? I mean, Brad Pitt could be anywhere, so it doesn't matter. But I'm guessing Yeah, I wasn't in Hollywood. Brad Pitt was in Sweden instead.
There's a huge art convention in Basel, I don't know, where I live, called Art Basel. And all the rich and famous come to buy art, basically. Wow. Naomi Campbell, Owen Wilson, and of course, good old Brad. I worked for an insurance company back
Cool.
then who was one of the sponsors of the convention, so we had a VIP lounge.
Ooh. Were you smoking? He came out to smoke, or were you like, I'm gonna go smoke behind him? Catch some of his smoke. Oh. Was working for the communications department. Anyways, I took a break and went on the huge balcony and had smoke. Suddenly, a small guy was standing next to me. I could just tell his clothing and jewelry must be expensive. Suddenly realized Brad Pitt. Yeah, I would be like, holy shit.
Did you say anything or like, I don't know.
Honest thing, when I went back, you could see all the women running the balcony and their men were left behind rather begrudged. Well, that's very flattering for all these women to just come for you at the balcony. Yeah, I know the feeling. I can never talk to people either. I want to. Like, should I say something? I was like, well, guess what? No. The most famous person I've met is Terry Gilliam, because he was in a film festival in Greece, and like no one announced it. It was like a secret thing. And then I told my friend who was sitting next to me in the cinema room. I was like, "Is that Terry Gilliam over there?" And it was like him. And I was like, "Man, when this event ends, we're gonna go fucking talk to him. Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity." And we did. It was really cool. He was like such a nice old guy.
Oh wow, David Bowie or Bowie.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean,
I swear I saw.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I swear I saw. Is it Rose Leslie? Is that her name? The redhead lady from Game of Thrones. What's her name in Game of Thrones?
Oh, the Melisandre.
No.
I don't know. That's
The one in
oh wait,
Beyond the
the
Wall.
red lady you said. Oh, the other lady. The
redhead lady. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I walked past her.
Oh yeah, I think you told me that.
In London, and then also Princess Beatrice came into a shop I was working in and left her umbrella, and I treated her like she was just anybody, which is good. I would treat her like anybody anyways. I didn't know who she was, and then like after she left, like the manager of the shop came running up to me and she's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you talking to her like that?" I wasn't talking to her horribly. I was just like, I told her she could go into the changing rooms and get the umbrella herself if she wanted to, which is like what you'd normally tell anyone, but apparently I was meant to do it myself. What is this animation? Rescue Amazon 5, so some 5s.
Speaking of David Bowie, this is not even like knowing a famous person, but when we had our Kickstarter, his son, Duncan Jones, who's like, big director, he retweeted our Kickstarter post.
Yeah.
So that's our flexing over there. Do it yourself, princess.
Yeah.
Yo, bits, your umbrella.
It makes it sound like I treated it
You
horribly.
you royally fucked up. This is my store.
I was busy.
Jesus, the deluxe tux is like a celebrity master. I also met actor Kevin Bacon because he went to my high school. I came back to visit one day.
What the heck?
Wow, it's amazing. Well, there's your 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon right there. It's like outgraded everyone.
So I thought she'd be bobbing a little bit slower in the river, but it looks a bit fast with the way I did
Yeah,
it.
sure, do whatever you want. I mean, it's I literally move it up and down for the pixels. So.
Yeah, but hold on.
But the thing is, I thought that it is a wild river, so I assume that the river is going to be moving too.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to change it depending on how Matt animates it. But let me show you in a sec. Just want to see what you did.
Yeah, surprisingly good light here for that darkness.
Oh, that's not gonna be. Yeah, I mean that's what I did.
Am I looking at something? Wait.
It's on stream.
Let me see. Oh, I'm talking to yourself in the past now. I'm not seeing it yet.
No.
Oh, now I'm seeing it. Ah, it looks nice. Oh, actually, it's nice to see. I think she might be moving her body a bit too dramatically, as in like.
I know, but like if you think about it, with the pixels, it's hard. I thought it kind of made sense if it was rough. So like I think it depends on the water animation. But also I changed.
That's what you were talking earlier about the tree and the mat. Okay.
Yeah, I changed the. I'm gonna change the tree a bit, but I changed the way her hair was. If you look in your picture,
yeah, of course. You're the master of hair. You do it far better than me.
I thought it makes sense for it, and it'd be cool for it to be in the water a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should probably do some water when dripping from the main characters or something when they come out.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. Not like magically dry.
And it's so dark behind me, it feels like I have a green screen.
What? Who's behind you? Oh, it's so dark.
Nothing.
Right. I see what you mean.
Darkness, my old friend. Easy way to say this.
Yeah, like Matt's just like set the tree standards so high that
really high trees for Matt.
Looks like trash.
Jesus fucking! Every time you say Matt, I do a wrong layer thing.
It's only gone quiet. We should do guest animations on each other's games. That's good.
How is it gonna work with the different eras? Or do you mean not the characters, just the animation? Yeah. Like, why is this 6 frames per second? Well, it was just animated. We should have Harry to do a guest animation, so we can fuck up his own animations, and he can do like amazing ones for us. Huh, okay. Interesting shit. If he really wants to do his shorts faster, let me handle it. Yeah, exactly. And did you see Harry's latest well, it's not the latest animation, it's like the latest video he uploaded, which is like his old animations in HD, but he did like a VPN advert at the beginning of it. And he mimicked like 50s cartoon like almost perfectly. It was so well animated, and I wish I did more of this because it shouldn't take him that much time, but it's perfect. Like I love stylized stuff. Imagine if Harry did more stylized stuff, he would probably pump out so much more content. It's like excellent.
Yeah.
That's why I really like Dr. Beast too, because it's like so stylized. Dr. Beast.
Oh, I shouldn't be copy pasting this in. This is gonna look really weird.
50s thing, I was so proud of it, and then almost at the same time he showed off his thing on stream. It was so much better. Yeah, like you just had like you had one occasion which was basically my everyday in college. You're like a little proud of your art, and you see Harry's, and you're like, man, like forget about this. It's like fuck this guy. I'll just keep doing my shitty art, and then he's like in another level completely.
I will be right back.
If I learned anything in life, it's like you can't win against Harry.
Okay, be right back.
Yeah, but I'll hold the fort.
Did he work more than
Does he work more than everybody else? Or do you think he's just super talented? Okay, so it's interesting because he actually didn't give a fuck about college mostly, which is fair enough because our college was pretty boring. So he'd rather do his animations mostly rather than like he worked tons on his own stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't for uni at all. Like it was.
He actually didn't graduate because he didn't want to do his dissertation, which is fair enough. We didn't want to do it, but we did it.
I don't blame him. I think he's amazing for doing that.
It's so fucking insane that Harry, who's like the best of all of us in our school, was like the one who didn't graduate because he didn't care about this. Like because he was doing the Watchmen cartoon back then. It was
need to at all.
He didn't need to exactly
Yeah.
like that. Like imagine, like why the fuck would you need a degree? He's already like more accomplished than anyone.
Yeah.
Like in our class at least.
Yeah.
So that's like a pretty good origin story. He didn't give a fuck about college. To be fair, our college didn't like help us learn anything other than like meeting Harry, meeting Sarah, and like going to parties and like eating burgers.
The thing is, like, our university